out there with Harden. And it's Durant. And it's Robinson in at the 5 spot. And for Indiana, they've got Vucevic. Sabonis is out there with Ennis. Then there's Smart, and it's George in at the point guard position. On the league, Doris, we're seeing plenty of small ball, but some teams are going big. If you were a coach at this point, which way do you think you'd lean?
Well, Kevin, I think the best coaches maximize the talent at their disposal. And sometimes a coach philosophically may believe in, I emphasize the three-point line. I want to eliminate all mid-range shooting. I want to get to the restricted area and the free throw line. I mean, to me, I love playing a high-tempo, wide-open floor game. Let's let the players show off all their skill.
Here's Junior, and Junior throws it down.
Boy, how about the awareness from the big man? We think of Mr. Robinson as a shot blocker. What a pretty pass.
George passes to Ennis. That's tipped. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Harden's got the ball, and yes, it's good.
Superb at finishing through contact. Harden is just so elusive and creative on those strong drives.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. We're about 1 minute into the first. Ennis kicks to Smart. Robinson with the block.
Wingspan, athleticism, verticality. Robinson with authority sends it back.
And a chance there to look back at the stunning Mobile One block a moment ago.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
4 on the shot clock. Here's George. They get it back. Vucevic. And finally they hit one. Vucevic has got his second basket of the night.
Nikola Vucevic has averaged double-digit rebounds for the vast majority of his career. You want him to get to work on the offensive end? No problem.
Cans it from downtown.
And early on, they look great. They've made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
George looking over the floor. Ennis with the ball. Now Vucevic, and that's going to be a travel. For Brooklyn, they've gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Robinson passes to Junior, and Junior throws it down.
And there it's all about getting inside positioning. As soon as Junior has it, he goes for the jam.
The pass to Vucevic. Back to George. Teardrop shot, and that's 2 points on the layup.
Boy, that's beautiful touch on the floater. And let's remember, not everyone has that shot in their arsenal.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach J.B. Bickerstaff. He wants his guys to focus on jamming the perimeter shooters. He wants hard closeouts, no room to operate. He knows what this team can do if you give them any space on the outside to shoot. And they're going to be determined not to let that happen. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. Obviously, the 3 ball is a big concern for any defense. And the Pacers tack on 2 more.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. They went to Indiana for their last meeting with the Pacers and came out with a win.
Well, they coasted to the win in that one. Were dominant in the rebound department, and that was a huge factor.
I think there was no question they brought a level of physicality along with a tremendous work ethic, and it was why they were successful.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the 2-hand slam. Dort passes to Wagner. On the wing, George. Over Irving, and the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Brown trying to free himself up, and Junior throws it down.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Well, you set the tempo early, and when you get command and control of a game, it's perfect.
Pass to Dort. Here's George. Hits it from three-point range. George has got 7 points. Brooklyn Nets come into this one after a win against the Bucks. Down low, here's Junior, and Junior throws it down.
Playing with so much confidence. When Junior finds his rhythm, he is a lot of fun to watch.
Outside, George. Up and in for the basket, number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Junior, and Junior throws it down.
Yet another bucket in close. That's how he's earning his points today.
Here's George. He really played well in that last game against Golden State. And Irving pulls it down.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Passes to Junior. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Moves back up, and it's Brown getting it to go.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I know it's early, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now, they are playing bully basketball.
And here's George for 3. And Indiana, another 3.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Now, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for, consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Nets lead by 8. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Indianapolis. Thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. Hey guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
They just came into this game with the mindset of sharing the basketball.
When you keep everyone involved at the offensive end, it keeps everyone engaged in other areas as well.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So for Brooklyn now, out there with Joe Harris. Then it's Junior, and it's Perry in at the 4-man position.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Here's Langford. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Here's George. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Brooklyn. James Harden comes in for Bruce Brown. Stripped away. Off they go on a 3-on-1 break. Here's Junior. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
You want to talk about a perfect performance? He hasn't missed a shot all night. Incredible.
Hey, Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. Junior. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
And if you look at the box score from that game, guys, the first thing you'll notice is how many turnovers they forced.
And I think that's a product of being incredibly aggressive. You could see that was a part of their strategy going in, and I thought they were consistently following that the entire game.
Here's Smart after the basket by Brooklyn. Pass to Ennis, looking to end the run. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
To the inside. And Junior throws it down.
And arguably no one in the NBA draws more attention than Harden. Part of why he creates so many opportunities for others.
Now, here's Sabonis. He had 13 points in the win against Golden State. Feeds to Vucevic. And here comes Harris, leading the fast break. Harden outside. To the middle. Here's Junior. And no good that time. And Indiana will come the other way. They get to take on the Blazers at Portland after this one. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Brooklyn with the ball. They're rolling here with a 9-point run. Here's the lob to the hoop.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
So timeout called here, the first for Indiana.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Well, poor rotations, poor communication. There's a lot to figure out right now.
And a new group in for the Nets. Brownie's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Robinson comes in for Maxi Kleber. KD's checked in for Joe Harris. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for James Harden. Ennis passes to Vucevic. Can't hit that one.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
Count it.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Pacers trail by 19. 1:25 left in the first half. Now the pass to Vucevic. Now here's Sabonis, guarded by Robinson. Fader on the way. It's hauled in by Brown.
And the fadeaway was the only option he had on that one. Defender there all over.
Irving kicks to Durant. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got assist number 5 here tonight.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Now here's Langford. Pass to Smart. Now here's Ennis. They need this one. That shot off. Here's Junior. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Junior's got 13 points now in the quarter. Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over.
Things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
Well, night in and night out, sometimes it's a battle of runs. Who has the most?
And so, guys, it's Junior making things happen for the Brooklyn Nets. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You look at Junior in this one, he's been everywhere.
No problem fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
Vucevic is out there with Domantas Sabonis. Then it's Marcus Smart. Then it's Ennis, and it's George in at the point. And that's the group for J.B. Bickerstaff as we begin the second half. Inside, Junior, and Junior throws it down.
I'll bet even they didn't think the pick would work that well.
No. And they get the major league dunk out of it, too.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
To the paint. From 7. The rebound by the Nets.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Outside, George. Pass to Sabonis. Over Irving. And there's Sabonis. That's good on the assist by George.
We are talking about 6'11", 240 pounds of nothing but big-time athlete. Domantas Sabonis doing work.
Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And they're beginning to just flat-out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Brooklyn making some changes. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. And Harris subbed in for Irving. Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
And George kicks to Ennis. The Nets have gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter. And Junior throws it down.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
And I think it's been all about their offensive efficiency, shooting the lights out in this quarter.
George passes to Wagner. Back to George. Over Harden. And it's off the back rim. No good.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control. And this offense is in a perfect rhythm. And you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Well, what great game planning, what great execution. It doesn't get much better than this.
They need this. Dort misses. The Nets have gone as spotless, 6 of 6 from the field since taking the court here in the second half. Claxton the pass to Durant. Here's Junior. That's good, and it's KD with the assist. Junior's got 44.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Here's Dort, guarded by Harden. And the foul on Harden. That's his first foul. The Pacers shooting their first free throw of the night.
Well, we all know this about Mo Wagner. Coming up on the youth national teams in Germany gave him an opportunity to play against high-level competition. Certainly that helped prepare him for the rigors of the NBA.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Evans, he's checked in for Sabonis. And Langford subbed in for Ennis. And Junior throws it down.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
With the teardrop, and it's blocked by Brown. Here's Junior. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Junior's got 48.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Outside, George. Stolen by Harden. And here again, the Nets in transition. Up the court they go. Yet another bucket.
Another 50-point game from him, and he is now third in the record books for most 50-point games in a season.
You know, GA, you can't deny the greatness we've seen from him all year long. He has performed at the highest level, game in and game out.
His play this season has moved him past Kobe. Yes, Kobe being Bryant for most 50-point games in a season. I can still remember that incredible 2007 year for Kobe, and that has been bested. It's impressive, the level of domination at both ends, and you're seeing the results.
You know this. It's not easy building a lead on the road, but this team has been lights out throughout the game.
Junior, he is feeling it tonight and has been the driving force, guys, for Brooklyn. He's looking to make history here today. Who knows how many points he'll end up with when it's all said and done. And we'll be back with you shortly. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. And the Nets making a change here as well. Junior's checked in for Brown.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. You can safely say mission accomplished now for the Nets.
Fewer miscues made the difference.
Yeah, I mean, a great all-around effort. Not only did they minimize their turnovers, but kept the pressure up on D, forcing the other team to commit turnovers.
And this will make it 41 victories for them on the year.
And their dominance continues, guys, as they sweep the season series 4 games to none.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Junior.
This guy has been shot-making all night long. He commands the rock and takes over.
And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Junior's out there with Maxi Kleber. Then it's Thomas. Then there's Brown. And it's Higgins at 2 guard. And here's Thomas, who brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. And Brown now atop the key. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Just 5 on the clock. Down low, Junior laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Junior's got 56 points in the game.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
Pass to Dort. Shoots off target. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.
We gotta get it. Told the coach, she gave me minutes. Don't complain of why we living. They don't like how I been winning. Yeah, I flip it, do my dance. Gotta get it pretty. Cause I'm a Christian. You the reason, yeah, you did it. Yeah. Gotta get it. Told the coach, she gave me minutes. Don't complain of why we living. They don't like how I been winning. Yeah, I flip it, do my dance. Gotta get it pretty. Cause I'm a Christian. You the reason, yeah, you did it. Yeah, they liking how I'm living. I've been praying hard, but I've been praying like a Christian. I just need my minutes to my partners. Gotta get it. I ain't rapper though. Yeah, see me doing good, but I just like to bro. They want beef because they rapping, not afraid to make it happen. Pray to because they never say they're acting. Yeah, they like in my captain, put my mom inside a mansion. I got balls, but they can't have it. I go hard like me and Nelly. Yeah. Check out, super clean like a medic. Ayy, double V recipes, 1 minutes. Send them blessings, I be praying for my pastor. Yeah, this a dream on the team, we will master. Yeah, we gotta get it. Told the coach, she gave me minutes. Don't complain on why we living. They don't like it, why we winning. Yeah, I flip it, do my dance, and gotta get it pretty. Cause I'm a Christian, he the reason, yeah, he did it. Yeah, gotta get it. Told the coach, she gave me minutes. Don't complain on why we living. They don't like it, why we winning. Yeah, I flip it, do my dance, and gotta get it pretty. Cause I'm a Christian, he the reason, yeah, he did it. Yeah.
Look, you the reason, yeah, you did it. Always talking in my favor. Shawty never wanna listen, telling me that I be tripping. She hate how I'm really living. Say she know that I be gifted, but thought that this would be different. Yeah. City acting tired, put me in the game. No, they only doing it just for the fame. Told like they keep talking, but it sound the same. I ain't letting up until they know my name. They can talk, but they don't know me. Said I walk for all the ghosts be. I've been locked in on my lonely. But they be nosy off the top. No one can hold me. They gon' flop. They all be phony. This a pop. Go and show me, made it drop. I gotta get it, told the coach to give me minutes, cause they know the flow is wicked, said she love the way. Yeah, Shawty live it, got the mama